control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2, check ignition, and may God's love be with you. Lift off. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. Yeah, how about this? I don't dare. I'm not leaving my capsule. What, are you out of your mind? It's bad enough you made us fake landing on the moon. Now you want me to fly around? Yeah, this is ground control. This is Major Tom to ground control. You can stick it. Nah. BOOZHOO! Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. This is the Earth. Take a good look, boys. Oh, cheeky bastards, first in class. Well done, cheeky bastard. I wish I had a gold star I could give you. Okay, gold stars up here. I'm gonna have to get a real star. Wisani, BOOZHOO, Wisani, Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. Mino Onagoshin. And this is our Ojibwe phrase of the evening. Good evening. Good evening, Nancy Schmancy with a bronze star. If I had a bronze star, I'd give you the bronze star. Instead, it looks like I'm going to have to go outside and grab one of them stars for you, Nancy Schmancy. I'll see if I can find a bronze one. John Redcorn, BOOZHOO Niji. Nice to see you. And Joan Frame. Oh, Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. I'm up here in the capsule, in the spaceship, orbiting the blue marble. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I don't believe anything the scientists tell us what you are, but I know you're there. How you guys doing? Monday evening. Monday in Ojibwe is Ishkwa Anima A Gijagud. It's the after prayer day, Ishkwa. Might have to go out and pray, put out my tobacco or something. I mean, I know you can pray in a spaceship. I don't think... Where did I read that in the Bible, what they said about proper ways of praying in spaceships? I was watching something last night about extraterrestrials. You know, Michael's always drawing these aliens everywhere. He's fascinated with the gray aliens. And I remember back in the day, back in the 80s or whatever, they used to have a lot of talk in newspapers like the, what they call that, the National Enquirer. There's always stories on extraterrestrials. E.T. There's even a movie called E.T. But the extraterrestrials are little gray aliens. And the idea was that these are aliens who came from outer space, who came from another planet out in outer space. And they flew a spaceship to Earth. And then in 43 or something, they say that in Roswell, New Mexico, 5 gray aliens crashed and died. Maybe died. We don't know. And the government came and they gathered up everything and they put out a story the next day in the news saying, no, no. Because the news came out saying, oh, a flying saucer crashed. And they found little gray men at the crash site in Roswell, New Mexico. But then the next day, government came out with another story saying, no, no, no. That's just a weather balloon. And you know how people in Roswell are, a bunch of drunks. Never mind, nothing to see here. But still, people were fascinated, always looking up. Then in the 80s, there were all these stories. When I was growing up, it seemed like people got abducted a lot. Aliens would come into their bedrooms and abduct them. Take them up in their spaceships to get probed. And then bring them back. I used to be so freaked out by the idea that one night some little gray aliens might come up and, you know, abduct me. Somehow, when everybody started getting cell phones, the aliens quit doing that. So I'm starting to suspect that maybe, maybe that was never... I mean, I think people got abducted. I just don't know what that was. But then I was watching this video and they were talking about, they found this really old map. And it was the flat earth map, or the map like on the United Nations map. You know, with North Pole right in the middle, and then all the continents around it. And then it has a ring of ice where Antarctica would have been like the ice wall. But then beyond the ice wall, there were all these other continents. Extra continents. Extraterrestrials could be just that. People from another country, another continent, outside of what we know to be Earth. Maybe we are in like a snow globe prison type thing. And there's more people, more land. It just keeps going and going. You know, who knows? But anyway, that was just something that was a rabbit hole I got myself going down. I think our show tonight is called, this is a song called Snow on Skin. It's a song that Michael Lyons wrote. And he's singing it with Natasha and Emily. So let's start the show with a song. This is Snow on Skin by Michael Lyons. And the road is closed, still the cars pull in. Now the day is young, so we begin again. And I shut my eyes to what might be, a cool recess beneath these old pine trees. I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin, and it's cold outside. Let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin. Snow on from what I've seen, nothing's meant to last, but I can't move forward, and I'm living in the past. But I've come so far, and I've run so fast. How long do I have, and how long can I last? I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. It's cold outside, let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin. Snow on and on and on and on again and again, my friend, the end. Snow on Skin by Lyons. I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. Doesn't the past just eventually, quickly disappear? And you go, what happened? I was just living in the past. And now it's gone. Maybe Natasha has something to say about this. Computer. Boop, boop, boop. Please call Natasha. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. BOOZHOO. Hello, sweetie. Well, hi, NANABOOZHOO. What you doing? Oh, I took the spaceship out for a spin. Oh, really? You having fun? Yeah, I started the live stream. Oh, awesome. But now I'm thinking I want to come home. You wanna get in on this live stream? Sure. Why don't you teleport down to the studio? Okay. Computer. Boop, boop, boop. Set coordinates to our house. Boop, 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 boop. And please teleport me down there by Natasha on my mark. You're getting fancy. Yeah, I know, huh? I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, roger that. Are you ready, computer? Boop, 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 boop. All right. Let's see. Okay. 1 to teleport on my mark. Boop, boop. Make it so... Or, what do I say? Engage. Oh, engage. Hey, there he is. Oh, hi. Welcome home. Thank you so much. What'd you do with the spaceship? It's still floating around up there. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna leave it up there? Maybe I can teleport back and then I'll park it. Okay. I hope nobody steals it. Yeah, me too, huh? Anyway, so what are you guys doing around here? Hey, Michael, what's going on? Hey, NANABOOZHOO. Ladies and gentlemen, Lyons. What's going on, guys? It's a pretty night out there. Yeah, it is. So what do you think, sweetie? Should we teach some Ojibwe? What we got going on? Oh, here's a couple of fun words. Giwashquaby? Giwashquaby. How would I say? Is it Gigi Wasquaby? Anna? If I want to ask if you're drunk? Yeah, I guess so. Gigi Wasquaby? Because you'd say Nin Gish. No, it's Gin Gigi Wasquaby Anna. Gin Gi Wasquaby Anna. Are you drunk? No. Gi Wasquaby is to be drunk. People on the res think the Ojibwe word for drunk is squaby. Oh, she got all squaby last night. It's like a res slang. People think, oh, he wanted to fight. He was squaby. No, it means gi washquaby is to be drunk. If you want to say I'm drunk, you'd say nin gi washquaby. You're drunk, gin gi washquaby. Yeah, that's what it'd be. Yeah. But then sometimes you're not even drunk. You're just crazy. Just straight up insane. Crazy! Yeah, but that's how it goes. Giwana dizzy. Nin Giwana dizzy. No, Giwana diz. I thought it was Giwana dizzy. Just Giwana diz. Giwana diz. Crazy. Giwana diz. Yeah, but that's how it goes. That was the first song I ever learned on the bass guitar. Crazy Train? Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Millions of people. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy's still alive. He is? Yeah, sort of. He didn't pass away? No, I think he's got a new album. How does that guy keep living? I don't know. All right, well, good. What do you think of the new Ozzy Osbourne album? I haven't heard it. I don't care. No, I don't care either. Ever since his wife became more famous than him, I just lost all interest. You want it is crazy. Anybody ever called you crazy before? What was his name? That comedian. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle once said, calling somebody crazy is the worst thing you can call a person because it's dismissive. Once a person calls you crazy, if people think when they say, oh, he's crazy, it's over. It is the most dismissive thing. It's totally whatever. It undermines everything. But we throw it around. Oh, that guy's crazy. Oh, that guy's so crazy. Sometimes the people even say like it's a compliment. Oh, that NANABOOZHOO, he's so crazy. Let's call him up. Yeah, well, there's a difference between being crazy, a wild and crazy guy, and just being straight up insane. Insane in a membrane. Insane in a brain. So, what do you think definition of crazy is? Crazy? What, just depressed? Yeah, kind of. Depressed, anxiety. Yeah. What about like straight up, hallucinating and schizophrenia and that? Yep, that's crazy too. But this is a problem. I was thinking about my grandma the other day. She once, way back in the day, this is just a horrible thing, as my mom's mom. She got attacked and stabbed. She nearly died. And she was one of these people who she left her body. She went down the tunnel. She went towards the light. Really? Yeah. And she felt fine, overwhelming sense of peace and joy and love. And then she thought of her children and she goes, I can't leave them alone. I need to go back. And then she went back into her body. Never told anybody the story for years. Really? Yeah. Because she was afraid people would call her crazy. Even religious people don't really believe, or at least she was more afraid of being labeled crazy. So she kept it to herself for like 50 years. And then eventually told people, and didn't make a big deal of it. Oh yeah, I saw a bright light and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, that's what we think happens when you die. You're not crazy. Your spirit left and was going to heaven. But people don't want to say it because they're afraid. Oh, you're going to call me crazy. Well, that's the way it goes. Yeah. Kiwa Shkwebi. Drunk. Kiwan it is. Crazy. I think being drunk is a form of craziness. You think so? Yeah. It's not just impairment. Some people back, in the old days, I would say that alcohol was a spirit. A manji manadug. It was an evil spirit that would possess your body. That's why I don't like the term two spirits when talking about gays. About the gays? Yeah. People that, they got it wrong. People started thinking that, oh yeah, we called the gays two spirits. It's like, no, we called alcoholics two spirits. Because they would have a spirit of alcohol kind of imposed upon their own spirit. An addiction is a second spirit. But people get that kind of confused. It's like, well, I'm a two-spirited person. It's like, really? Well, you better cut back on your drinking. Yeah, John Redcorn, I don't drink because I become crazy. Yeah. I used to drink to become crazy. I did it on purpose. I enjoyed being crazy. But let's see. What else we got going on? You want to take a call, sweetie? A telephone call? Yeah, on line 2. Sure, I'll take a call. Line 2, huh? Caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. NANABOOZHOO, how are you, my friend? Hey, is this Count Von Count? Yes, indeed, it is Count Von Count. I am watching your show, and you are teaching me so much about the language and the Ojibwe culture. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Can you tell me once again, how do you say the Ojibwe word for good evening? Oh, good evening? Yeah, I suppose you'd like to know that, huh? Good evening in Ojibwe is Mino Onagoshin. Mino Onagoshin. Yeah, Mino Onagoshin. Mino is good. Onagoshin is the evening. It is such a beautiful night. I shall go out, and I shall transform myself into a bat and fly around. Oh, yeah, I suppose you get to fly around at night now that the sun's gone down, huh? Oh, I love winter. It gives me so much time to go out and seek my victims, bite them on the neck, and turn them too into vampire. What? I am going to go out and turn people into vampires by biting them on the neck and drinking their blood. Yeesh. You actually do that? No, I don't actually. I want people to believe that I do. Why don't you do that? I'm not a real vampire. I'm a children's show host. You're not even the host. I'm not even the host. I am like a bit character on Sesame Street. And I so long to live the life of a true vampire. NANABOOZHOO, can you help me? Help me find my true vampire nature. I don't know if I can help you with that. But you know so much about culture. Can't you teach me my culture? Well, I can't teach you your culture. Your culture is your culture. I could teach you something about how to be an Indian. Yes, if I cannot be a vampire, let me be an Indian. What must I do? What do you think, sweetie? How do vampires become Indians?
Let's see, you can go bite. You can drink the blood of an Indian person and you can have some Indian blood.
There you go. If you want Indian blood, You're going to have to go on the res and find somebody to drink their blood. Get at least a quarter percentile in your body. And then go to the enrollment office and tell them that you're a quarter full of Indian blood. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Thank you so much. How do you say, thank you, Nanaboozhoo, in Ojibwe? Well, you'd say, miigwech, Nanaboozhoo. Miigwech, Nanaboozhoo. Oh, but now I hunger and I thirst for blood. You do? How do you say, I am hungry and I am thirsty in Ojibwe? Well, I'm so glad you asked. We would say, Nimbakade, for I'm hungry. Nimbakade, I hunger for the blood of the innocent. Okay, take it easy. And then, Ninunde Minekwe is I'm thirsty. Ninunde Minekwe, I am thirsty for blood. All right, you're grossing me out. How do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? Well, we don't really say goodbye, Count. We say, I will see you again. Gi gawaba min, minawa. Well, gi gawaba min, minawa, Nanaboozhoo. Yeah, no problem, buddy. And miigwech for teaching me how to say gi gawaba min, minawa. Okay, buddy. Wow.
He sure loves speaking Ojibwe.
Yeah, that and blood. Ugh. I'm starting to understand why Sesame Street doesn't use them more.
Yeah, it's really gross if you think about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's too many adult themes that come along with vampires to make him an appropriate, children's television workshop character. But, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
You want to get up here?
Sure.
All right. Let's play another song. Oh, this is a good one. What do you think, sweetie? Kiss or Bowie?
How about a little Kiss?
All right. This is rock and roll all night, party every day.
You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun, we'll let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. And you show us everything you've got. Oh baby, baby, that's quite a lot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. roll.
I wanna rock and roll all night. BOOZHOO gakina awia. Hello, everybody. And party every day. Paul, you're such a wonderful songwriter.
Hey, thanks, Natasha. You're a good singer, too.
Well, thanks. Paul's telling you guys.
Hey, everybody!
Yeah, so Monday night. We don't do many night shows.
It seems like we do about one a week.
Are we up to one a week, you suppose?
Yeah, I think so.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day, huh, Michael?
That's right.
You know what I was thinking about?
What's that?
Your book, Ojiberish. Oh, this is no gibberish. This is Ojibwe words and phrases. But Ojiberish, you know how you were talking about aliens? Ojiberish is a book that Lyons illustrated. And I think on Amazon they call it an illustrated introduction to Ojibwe language. But it's mostly just cartoons you drew, huh?
Yeah, it's just a coffee table book.
Kind of a coffee table book of cartoons by Lyons. But this is when I think of gray aliens,
Yeah?
this is kind of what I picture. Big old eyes, little mouth, little nose. I've always liked aliens because they're equally cute and scary.
Yeah, exactly.
They're terrifying in kind of a cute way. They're little, quiet, big old eyes, and absolutely terrifying. Like I'd rather see a lion in my bed at night. I'd rather like snakes came into the house than a gray alien. But when I talked to my grandma about Roswell and that,
Yeah?
my grandma had no interest in aliens. She would just kind of roll her eyes. I don't think she believed it at all. And on top of that, I remember one time I asked her, I go, Grandma, do you remember when you first heard about the aliens crashing in Roswell, New Mexico?
Yeah?
And she didn't remember anything about it. She goes, no, I never knew about that. Well, either maybe, it was the 40s or something. I mean, she would have been like late teenager, early 20s, something like that. And maybe it wasn't national news. I mean, she probably didn't have a television. Maybe people didn't hear about it at the time. Or, and this is my conspiracy theory,
What's that?
maybe in the 1980s, they released a story that said there was once a story in the newspapers in the 40s about an alien crashing, but that they started that story in the 80s.
Oh, you might be onto something there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the tip of the iceberg. It didn't start with aliens. What's the first conspiracy theory? The very tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg is Santa Claus, I think.
Yeah, Santa Claus is the first conspiracy theory. Why would they lie? Your parents, the official story, mainstream media, everyone talks about, Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. We all get told the same propaganda. If you're good and you don't sin, I guess, then Santa Claus will come and bring you presents. If you're bad, Santa Claus will bring you a lump of coal. He somehow knows everything. He's like a god. He knows when you're awake, when you're sleeping, if you've been good or bad. He's got magical powers of flight, He's the master of elves. Super speed, whatever. He can tell which houses are Christian and which are Jewish and Islamic, so he never goes to those houses. I think Santa Claus is, what was that called? Anti-Semitic.
Yeah, he is.
There's another conspiracy theory. And Santa Claus, what an anti-Semite. You know? How come he only goes to Christian houses? That's racist.
I don't think it's racist.
That's religiousist.
Yeah.
Something. Anyway. But, you know, when you're a little kid, it's the first conspiracy where when you tell your friends that, no, Santa Claus is fake, they lied about that. Your friends go, what? Why would they lie? What are you, a conspiracy theorist? Or they say, you're crazy. Guy one it is. You are crazy. How can you say my mom and dad are liars? You must be crazy. But that's why they just want to lump us all. You know, it's like a given. I'm so tired of it.
What's that?
On every mainstream news story about anything that has a whiff of conspiracy theory, the person will always say, you know, this isn't a crazy conspiracy. Crazy conspiracy theorists. You know, tinfoil hat wearing. Then they show like Alex Jones, who, by the way, is Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just put that out there. But, yeah, let's do that tomorrow.
What's that?
Tomorrow on Dig If You Will, a Picture Day.
Yeah.
Let's finally talk about Alex Jones and Bill Hicks.
Okay.
If any of you know Bill Hicks, the comedian from the 80s, 90s, or whatever, very influential comedian. He was the comedian's comedian. A lot of people kind of copied him. He presumably died a couple years before Alex Jones came on the scene. And we'll see if I can find a picture. It looks like Alex Jones was this comedian called Bill Hicks. Faked his own death, came back as Alex Jones started. And now he's what they call a like a gatekeeper, or he's like a double agent. He's a conspiracy theorist, but he's put out there to make conspiracy theorists look stupid and to put out like disinformation. He puts out some real stuff, but then, you know, he's phony. Or he's what's that called? A shill?
Yeah, shill.
Like they say, Alex Jones just got sued for denying Sandy Hook. Well, that's fake. That never happened. You know, you didn't break a law. You can say what you want in America. People can kick you off of Facebook or YouTube or do whatever they want, but you can't sue somebody for pointing out the obvious truth of the matter. But they put them out there so people like you and me look crazy. You what it is.
Yep.
I don't know. Anywho, which brings me to my next story. Miss Squaw Gummy Wheeze a ga egunning, sweetie. Red Lake.
You gonna tell the story of Red Lake?
I think I should.
Go for it.
Today I would like to tell the story of how Red Lake got its name. Actually, it's still kind of a mystery. Here's what I know. Back in the days of the grandfathers, it was right in line with the migration story. Apparently there was a Mushkiki Winini, a medicine man, who had a vision. Gitchimanadu came to him in a dream, and he said, listen, it's time for you to gather up the people, go west. And I want you to go until you see where food grows on the water. You'll know you're there when you come to the place where food grows on the water. So in the morning, he packs up. He gets up, gets all the people together. So, all right, listen up, Anishinaabe. Listen up, people. I had a vision. It's time we go migrate to the place where food grows on the water. And everybody got in the canoes, started paddling west. Paddled, I don't know. I guess we started out by Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So we started Niagara Falls. I have no idea what year, but migrated out west until we came to a place that had wild rice, manumin. Wild rice, and the Mushkiki Winini, the medicine man, goes, oh, wow, look at this. Food that grows on the water. I guess we've made it home. Well, problem is, there was already the Buon, Dakota. The Dakota people lived here. The Ojibways got out their canoes. They're like, hey, miigwech Gitchimanadu. Thank you for bringing us to our new home. And the Dakota guy's like, hey, how, Kola? Hello, friend, in Dakota. What's up? And the Ojibways are like, hey, we had a vision. This is our new home. And Dakota guy's like, yeah, well, listen, this is our home. I don't know who you guys think you are, but we're the Dakota. This is Dakota territory, northern Minnesota. Oh, sorry. Would you like some fresh dog to eat? They're like, no, thank you. But then apparently big battle. Big old war up in Red Lake. And so many people died. So much blood was shed that day that the lakes ran red with blood. And this is why Misqua Gummy Zaga Egoning was called Red Lake. Because apparently it was all from us relocating, invading, oppressing, murdering. I mean, it's a horrible story if it's true.
Yeah, I don't really believe it.
I don't really believe it either. But that's what Wikipedia says. Oh yeah, the lake got its name from great battle with the Ojibwe. And you go, well, what was it called before the big bloody battle in the swimming area of Red Lake? And how many gallons of blood would it require to make maybe the biggest lake? I mean, those two lakes together have to be one of the biggest lakes in Minnesota. But then, you know what I heard?
What?
Misqua Gummiwee. Misko. Misko means to be red. But like Misqua Wakogog means red cedar. The Miswawak or whatever. Benny once told me, he goes, no, Red Lake, that's because of the red cedars. They called Cass Lake Red Lake. They called Red Lake Upper and Lower Red Lake because of red cedars. That had nothing to do with blood. And I was like, really? Because, oh yeah, there's a lot of lakes in Minnesota called Red Lake. Or different variations. Like Red Cedar Lake is Ga-Misqua-Wakogog. That's what we called Cass Lake. But before it was Cass Lake, it was Red Cedar Lake. Which brings me to my final point. This is an issue for the ladies. Gentlemen, I wonder if we can have the room, please. Just this ladies only.
What, you want me to leave?
Well, okay, fine. You can stay.
What about me?
Yeah, okay, you can stay. Okay, you guys can stay. But this is lady talk. When I was a little girl, my aunties told me the worst word you can ever use in Ojibwe is squaw. Don't let anybody call you a squaw. But then, I kept hearing this word misqua. Misqua gummy wee. Was a gunning. Misqua ga misqua wakogag. Red cedar. And then, again, it was Benny. He goes, yeah, no, squaw doesn't mean what you think it means. It's short for red. Because we have a Squaw Lake. There's a town called Squaw Lake. There's a lake called Squaw Lake. And I asked Benny, I was like, why did they name that lake such a terrible thing? Do you know what that lake would be in English? And he goes, yeah, it'd be Red Lake. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, oh yeah, that lake was probably called Misquagummiwee. And then it became Misqua Lake. And then it just became, Red Lake. And most of these lakes are just like the color or the shape. Oh, go down to Long Lake, go down to Round Lake, Red Lake, Blue Lake, Green Lake, Cloudy Lake. A lot of cloudy lakes. Like, did you know, what's the big lake Michael's family's always talking about?
Winnibigoshish?
Yeah, Winnibigoshish. Lake Winnie. Winnie, like Winnipeg and Winnibigoshish and stuff, that all has something to do with, like, cloudy water. These lakes are just called how they just described. Ojibways are very just practical about it. But it does make you wonder, like, what did they call Red Lake before?
Yeah, it was probably called, like, Beautiful, Peaceful, Pleasant Lake.
Yeah, it was probably called Lake Welcoming of Other Cultures. Lake Trusting.
Lake, we don't have guns yet, so the Ojibways will probably take us over.
Yeah. Lake Run for the Hills. No, I shouldn't joke. Anywho, so we got anyone else on deck?
You mean to call in?
Yeah,
No. Do you want to go outside and say a prayer?
I could.
Why don't I send you outside?
I'm gonna go outside. Probably should have started the show with a prayer.
Yeah, but it's not too late.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to set you right outside.
All right.
And that's 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. No. Woof. Brr. Oh, that's right. It's winter. I think we can officially call it. I don't care what the calendar says. Sure feels like winter to me, baboon. Anywho, BOOZHOO, get you manadu. Mino onagoshin. Good evening. Mino onagoshin. Asema. Tobacco. Get you manadu. Please accept my tobacco. Odapanan. Daga. Odapanan niwi asema. Thank you for this weather. Miigwech gaiji webak. Thank you for this life. Miigwech gaiji bamarizian. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech gaiji gakina geku. Gaiji chikea noon. And thank you for listening. Miigwech God bisan dawi egg. Amen. Oh, looking out in the evening snow, I used to feel so uninspired. I got lonesome for a minute for my grandmother in Walmart this afternoon. My grandmother passed away years ago. And she was one of the few people I ever knew in my whole life. Didn't like chocolate. Didn't care for it. She would never eat chocolate. But that's not to say she didn't like sweets. She liked the lemon cake with the white frosting stuff, you know. And I was walking through the pastry aisle and I saw that lemon cake. And I haven't had lemon cake in years. Maybe since she's passed away. And it was so strange, because just for a second there, I felt this, like, longing for my grandma. So I bought that lemon cake. It's pretty good. And it's weird, because it's not like I miss my grandmother. I mean, I know that sounds horrible. It's not like I was like, oh, I could sure use... Yes, I mean, no, I do miss my grandmother. For sure. But it's not like I was longing for anything in particular. It was just I was reminded of her. And this little quirky thing from the past. I don't know. You also got to be careful when you shop. Because sometimes, you know how they always play music? And it's kind of in the background. Some of the music in the grocery store can be really, really good old music. Take you back. You'll find yourself in the frozen food aisle tearing up, you know, to some old Gordon Lightfoot song. I don't know. I sure hope the aliens don't abduct me tonight. I'm going back in. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep.
BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
You ready to come home?
Yeah, can you pick me up?
You got it. Hang on. 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. Have you seen her? Da do 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 do. And I feel her from across the room. Yes, it's love in the 3rd degree. Ooh, baby, baby, until you look my way. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just singing at NANABOOZHOO. So, what do you think, Michael?
Should we play one more song?
Should we send them out with Let's Dance?
That might be good.
All right. Here's a song. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, if you'd like to support the show, we have links in the description box, wherever that is. You can support us at Patreon, PayPal, or GoFundMe. We also have a Teespring page. There is a link down there. I checked.
Oh, okay.
The links are in the description. And Michael Lyons has books for sale at Amazon.com. Books like OJIBERISH, a collection of cartoons in the Ojibwe language. Oh, and there's also, I always forget this, Little Cutie. There's a version of Little Cutie. That's a cute story Michael wrote and illustrated about a teddy bear. Little Cutie, a teddy bear's vision quest. That's also part of Ojiberish. Anyway, if you'd like to support the show, don't be shy. Click the links below. Otherwise, you got anything before?
Yeah, just announce the show, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. I am Natasha. This is NanaBOOZHOO.
Okay, miigwech.
That's Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much.
And this song we recorded for you. This is by David Bowie, and it's called Let's Dance, from the album of the same name that came out in 1983. What else do I know about it?
You're just trying to weight down the song.
Yeah, I don't want to start the song until our theme. Miigwech, BOOZHOO. Thank you for listening.
Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance, for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance, for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you could look into my eyes. Let's sway, under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance.